Hey everyone, we're here today. We've got actually doing a Sungrow battery upgrade. So what we've got is some Sungrow batteries. We've got 2 stacks here. We're going to add another 2 batteries per module. Each module was 3.2 kilowatt hours, and we've got a new stack of batteries here. First thing we've got to do is check the age of the batteries when they're actually manufactured, so we can match the state of charge. So on the side of the box, we've got a serial number here, and in that serial number, you've got the date of manufacture. So this one here is 17th of the 2nd, 2023. That gives us about 5.5 months old. So at five to 6 months in storage, these batteries would be sitting at about 21%. So what we've got to do is we've got to go and charge up our existing stacks to around that 21%, and then we can install our new batteries just so they sort of around the same state of charge, and they'll mesh in pretty well to each other. So this morning when we got here, the first thing that we did is we just checked our batteries. We've actually asked the owner to shut the batteries down. So you've got a big circuit breaker on the side here, one on each stack, and see they're in the off position, so they're both in the off position. Yeah, so I rang the owner early this morning and just asked him to isolate the batteries so they were pretty low, so when we get here we can charge them up to our desired state of charge. So we're going to activate the connection with 3 presses of the dongle. So we've got our phone connected here, and we're just going to turn these batteries on. Oh. Can be pretty tough. Just turn on one at a time and we'll stay the charge up. So we're now connected to our inverter. Just going to go into the client file now. We're just going to scan through this app on screen record. So first things first, we'll go and choose the master device, and then we'll shoot over to our settings tab. Once we're in there, scroll down to advanced, and then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check compulsory mode, and then we're going to do our set it to charge, and then set our discharge value to 5 kilowatts. So once all that's sort of set, we'll apply these settings, and we'll move on to set our lower and upper state of charge limits. So we're going to go into battery, set this one to 100, sorry, and then this one, the next one, we'll set to 0. Just apply those settings, and now we're ready. We're ready to start charging this battery, just up to our 100% state of charge, and then we can continue on with our discharge. Now our battery's been fully charged. We're going to set the discharge settings. I'm just going to go into the master unit again, go into settings, and we're going to look up for backup mode. So just run into our backup mode here, and we're going to just enable that. So once we've enabled that, we can cruise back out and set our state of charge for off grid to 21%. So we'll just accept that setting. I'm going to hit apply settings and confirm. So now we need to go back into the advanced settings menu, and we're going to go to our energy management mode, which is going to be compulsory, again, and then we're going to set the energy management mode to discharge this time with a value of 5 kilowatts. Again, so it'll give us our discharge parameters once we've set the system to discharge. We've got to confirm those settings first, and then this system will start to discharge. So as you can see, at the start of the discharge, we could have sped this up a bit. It wasn't 100%. But yeah. So now we've finished applying all our settings. We're just going to go to the DC isolator and shut it off, and wait for this battery bank to come down to 21%. So now we've seen the batteries have been charged up and then discharged back down to our 21%. Actually just ticked over 20, so I'm not sure. We just lagged a bit, but yeah, anyway, we're about at our right state of charge to get these batteries changed. So what we've done is the inverter's offline, battery isolator has been shut down. We've got a couple of screws here that we're going to undo, so we'll have to take these cables here and then bring them up and just bring them back out of the wall up here somewhere. So we've got a few ball nose wall mounts for that, and yeah, so we'll get into it. So we've got our first stack complete. Obviously got to do a bit of tidy up, but yeah, so I just had that set on site time lapse. So the next one, we're going to just have a bit more in detail footage of what we're actually doing. So we'll keep going. So we've got the battery cabling coming out here, and obviously we're going to add some more batteries on. So what we're going to do is we're going to do like we've done over there and just mark a hole there on the wall, bring our battery cables up and have them come down so they sort of just loom down just nicely into the side of the battery. So we've got these bolts here that we've got to undo, basically one on each battery. So what we do is we'll undo these and just pull this cap off. These ones here are actually T25 Torx bit, whereas the other ones in this other battery are Phillips head. So I guess they run out of screws in the T5 bucket and started going into the Phillips head bucket or the other way around. So we'll just undo this one here. Oh, it's nice and tight for us. Exactly what we need. Probably seized. Looks like it's coming out maybe. I don't know. Maybe she's just a long tom. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that fella. She's totally different. So we've got just genuine MC4 connectors. So we've got an earth cable, we've got our comms, so we'll just disconnect our comms. We need a Phillips head for that. So undo our earth point here. There's that fella. Let's put him somewhere safe. And then with our MC4s, I'll go over to the trusty tool bag, and we've got this little fella. So it's got a couple of prongs, and it slides just nicely, generally, into this. So it puts in, and then you can just unplug it. And put them in from the back. See those little pins, and then bang. Just makes life a lot easier. So we'll do is we'll move these batteries out of the way and get stacking. We've just marked out here, so we're just going to take this wall out. Needs to be the easiest way, just to bang it out with a bit of fibro. You can and will smash your hole saw and blunt the shit out of it. What do you think? Try and be a bit careful here. Don't crack too much more. There we go. You ought to put all that. Go to the edge for our screws. A little C-clip, just going to go in, and then you should be able to, just take a little bit more. Don't drop it down on the wall. There we go, so we can see our little eyes there. See our little eyes. That way we can, the screws will be guided in. Sometimes because this fibro is so, now these are made for an 8-10mm board. So what we do is we just break off that little tab. So it helps us out a bit. And you just grab this and bend them over. Just makes them a little bit thinner to go under the fibro. They should sit in there nicely. And they just sit in there nice. There you go, do you get it? Get in there. I'll make those fingers work. Reach, reach, reach. Oh, got him. So, got him. Rightio, so what we got here is we've just got our tongue pulled on. We're just going to pull the cables basically back out of here, just so we can give us a bit of room, so we can sort of stack some more batteries up in the future. And so yeah, just cover that hole up with a blank plate, and then got our little bull nose for the. So yeah, so we got the mounting bracket. Basically just mount to the wall there. These little plates here will just screw into the top, and sort of we place that on the wall and go from there. So hopefully, ready? So now we've got our battery stacked back together. We can we can start plugging everything back in. So we didn't change any of the terminals or anything like that, so the polarity should be pretty good. Actually, I might put this fella in first, search in first, and then that way. I knew I had one left over.
What's that for?
I thought I had a bolt left over and then I put it in here because it didn't have the right one.
Oh yeah.
And now I realise that it's for the friggin' earth over there.
Oh right.
I'm gonna have to fucking do best. Gotta put this earth connection back in. Attach our other battery cable, and then a bit of junk on that, so put him back in. Our trusty Sungrow comms cable. Hope you can read the sarcasm in my voice. That's all connected. We can put our covers on and connect these batteries cables back up to the inverter. Just go straight in. That. Some covers on. The shit thing about Sungrow, they don't always send you all the parts. So here we've got, basically going to have to rob a screw out of the side of this battery. To hold in the circuit breaker box. Got our circuit breaker box screw here. I'm just going to say poor form, Sungrow. Poor form. When the client comes in, he says, "Oh, where are you missing the bolts?" Well, I'll just say Sungrow didn't send them. I'll go and grab these covers. So at least they sent some covers. They just clip in like that. And voila. So go through the process of getting this going again, and hopefully it all works. It should just work. Hey Ethan, it's just going to work.
Sure thing.
So here we have it, we've done both stacks. Okay, never mind this, it's just for another device that we've got to wire in for network approval, but we've done both stack upgrades. So now we're going to get it going. So basically we're just got to bang on the inverter. Bang on the battery. And then voila. It just works. Nah, there's going to be something going on here. I can guarantee it. We'll have to work through something, update something. But we'll keep you posted. See how we go. I told you. The bloody red light. Oh, you dirty bastard. It literally just went blue. It's the waiting game with these things. Clicking and clacking. You just never know when it's going to work. So just like always, there's always something. Yeah. try the firmware update and see if we can get any further. So yeah, so we've come to the end. We've completed the battery expansions. So we've basically gone from 3 per stack to 5 per stack. 2 inverters are humming along nicely. Bit of cable relocation. Yeah, so it was relatively successful. We had to do a firmware update to get it all going, and we'll just leave it at that, and we'll just check up on it in a couple of days and just make sure that everything's still running and go from there. So I hope you've enjoyed the content, and we'll see you in the next one. Just give us a like and subscribe to our page, and we'll go from there.